I want to do something a little different for December. I want to offer you guys the opportunity to ask me almost anything. What I'm going to try to do is answer 1 or 2 questions a day for the month. So all you have to do is leave a question down below. Keep your questions rather general. If you had a question that you want to get answered, leave it down below and maybe I can answer it. Hey, yo, this is Dash. Get ready. Alright guys, here we are again with another Ask Dash. So I'm not even sure what episode we're on, but oh my goodness, the questions are coming in and I am loving it. Thank you guys so very much for asking your questions. Don't forget, you can leave your question down below. Hopefully I can get to you. Hopefully I can answer your question. Here we go with the next one. This next question comes from Jeff from Auto Order Barbecue. He says, what are some of your favorite things to do in your spare time? He says, I know you don't get much, but just things that relax or just things you love to do. Well, I tell you what, I don't get much spare time. I don't get as much spare time as I would like. But the time that I do get, aside from the obviously family time, husband, you know, being a husband, father, things like that, work, filming the YouTube videos, editing YouTube videos, cooking for catering events, cooking for my family. Whew, I get tired just thinking about it. But here's the deal. What I do in order to have more time is I get less sleep. I sacrifice sleep over anything else to get things done. Typically, that's what ends up happening. And those of you guys who know, who are doing startups or getting some things started, the best way you can increase the amount of time you have to get something done, lose an hour or 2 of sleep. Now here's the next thing. You don't necessarily have to spend 14 hours a day doing something you love as far as passion or something along those lines. Half an hour here, an hour there will add up over time. Now, as far as things that I like to do in my spare time, I don't watch a whole bunch of TV. I don't. I do watch a lot of YouTube. But you would think having a barbecue channel or a cooking channel, as most people say, that I watch a lot of cooking videos. I don't. I'm a very big car guy. I'm big into cars, big into trucks, big into diesels. Okay, if you guys haven't figured out the fact that I drive a diesel car, my Volkswagen Passat is a diesel, as well as my 6-liter Ford E350 Vanna. She is also a diesel. I love my diesels and I'm a big car guy. So I watch a lot of car vlogging or car enthusiasts on YouTube. I really would like to get into drag racing or some sort of motorsport or drifting. Most likely for me, something simple would be drag racing, just because I won't say it's cheaper, but it'll be a little easier, hopefully on my budget and time. But not to say that I have time for those things, because I really don't, but cars, vehicles, yeah, big part of my life. Now, as far as aside from TV or aside from YouTube, I do watch a fair amount of Netflix, okay? But I watch some strange stuff on Netflix. My wife calls me crazy. I am into watching like documentaries, educational things, and I do occasionally like to binge watch a specific series. But I tell you, I really do not like watching an episode here a week, an episode here a week, an episode there. Nope, I want to watch it all in one fell swoop over the course of a weekend or 2 weekends, if at all possible. So I do a lot of binge watching as far as TV when I do sit down and watch TV. As far as other than that, I mean, I have some hobbies here and there, but the majority of them almost always or all revolve around barbecue or cooking. I don't do much other collecting. I do have a small coin collection, and the coin collection that I have going right now is pretty much based around just rare US coins, and I've been saving a lot of the state quarters, and you know, now they've gone away from the states or past the states, and they're doing like national parks and monuments and other things like that. But that's cool to me. Actually, oddly enough, speaking about a collection, I have a beer bottle collection I don't think I've talked to you guys about. I am a bit of a beer snob. I know I drink Miller Lite as of late, and that's due to my diabetes. But I am a bit of a beer snob, and I do enjoy beer except for ales. Pale ales specifically. I do not like pale ale. I do not like it, Sam. I am. I just don't. Anyway, my beer bottle collection, I have about 150 different beer bottles, beers from all over the world. And I got started with the beer bottle collection when I worked right before and right after I got married. So 15 years ago, I worked at a small beer and wine store part-time just to make some ends meet at the time. And I got into buying a bunch of different beers because the guy who owned the store, Miguel, down in Aspen Hill Lottery Beer and Wine, had a decent, I won't say collection, but he had beers from around the world. So, all right, I think this wraps this one up. Thank you guys so very much again, as always, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.